अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम अयान है और मैं रेहान स्कूल इस्लामाबाद में पढ़ता हूँ। मैं एक स्टूडेंट हूँ रेहान स्कूल का। RSIF 8 मेरा कैंपस है। तो आज का मेरा टास्क है ओके, द स्टोरी बिहाइंड द वर्ल्ड्स फेवरेट वर्ड। तो शुरू करते हैं माइल्स के साथ।
Hey, what's up?
हेलो माइल्स, टुडे my topic is okay, the story behind the world's favorite word. Shall we start?
I'm down. Let's get into it. Which part of the story are we diving into first?
Okay, first question is, what comes to your mind when you hear the word okay?
Honestly, it just feels like the universal signal for we're good. It's kind of the ultimate low effort way to acknowledge someone without actually having to say much. Do you think it's more of a confirmation or just a way to end a conversation?
Why do you think okay is so popular worldwide?
It's just so versatile. It could be everything from a genuine yes to a passive aggressive, whatever, depending on how you say it. Plus, it's easy to pronounce in almost every language. I wonder if there's some weird historical reason it actually took off like that.
Okay, so how often do you use the word okay in daily life?
Probably more than I should. It's the perfect safety net for when you don't have a better word. Do you find yourself leaning on it as much as I do?
Okay. Is okay one of the most commonly used words in English?
Oh, for sure. It's definitely in the top tier. I've heard it's right up there with the and in terms of how much it actually shows up in speech. It's basically the glue that holds a lot of our conversations together
Why do people use okay so frequently?
because it's the ultimate shortcut. It does so much heavy lifting with just two letters. You can agree, acknowledge, or even subtly tell someone to stop talking, all without needing a full sentence. It's basically the Swiss Army knife of words.
Where did the word okay originate?
Let me check. So the most likely story is that it started as a joke in Boston back in the 1830s. It was actually a funny misspelling of all correct. They wrote it as oh correct. People
When
back then
was the
apparently
word
had this weird
okay first used?
right around the late 1830s. It basically blew up in Boston before it hit the mainstream.
What does okay
It
originally stand for?
it originally stood for oh correct. It was just a playful, intentional misspelling of "all correct." Pretty funny that a joke from the 1830s basically became the most used word in the world.
How did okay become popular in the United States?
It actually got a huge boost from politics. Uh, a presidential candidate named Martin Van Buren used it as a slogan because he was from Kinderhook, New York, so they called him Old Kinderhook. Uh, Turned it from a local joke into a national thing. I wonder if we still have memes that evolve into actual language like that today.
Who helped spread the use of okay in the 19th century?
Martin Van Buren was the big one. Like I mentioned, his old Kinderhook campaign really pushed it into the spotlight. It just caught on and stuck, while other similar abbreviations from that era just vanished.
How did okay evolve from a slang expression to a global word?
It basically just became the go-to for efficiency. Once it hit the telegraph, it was the perfect short code for operators to confirm a message was received without typing a whole sentence. From there, it just leaked into every other part of life and eventually every language because it's so simple. It's kind of
Why do
wild how
languages
a bit of
change over time?
it's basically just a side effect of people being lazy and wanting the fastest way to get a point across. Plus, as different cultures mix and technology evolves, we just start inventing new shortcuts or borrowing words from other languages to fill gaps. It's less like a planned change and more like a slow collective drift. Do you think we're losing some of the nuance of language with all the shortcuts we use now?
Can a simple word become part of many languages?
No, absolutely. It happens all the time. When a word is useful enough or comes from a culture that has a huge influence, like how OK did, or even words like coffee and taxi,
How has
they just
OK
migrate because they're
influenced
efficient.
modern communications?
It basically turned everything into a confirmation game. Now we got everything from a thumbs up emoji to a check mark in a chat app that's just a digital version of OK. It's a way to end a loop without needing to actually engage, which is kind of a double edged sword. Do you feel like OK makes talking easier, or does it sometimes just feel like the other person is brushing you off?
Why has OK remained popular for so long?
Because it's practically bulletproof. It just it fills every gap. Whether you're agreeing with a plan, acknowledging a text, or just letting someone know you're still alive in a conversation, it's the most adaptable word we've got. I wonder if anything we use now will actually survive another century.
Is OK understood in most countries?
Yeah, it's pretty much the global standard. Even in places where English isn't the like main language, you'll still hear people say it. It's one of those rare words that just transcend the borders because it's so simple and direct. Do you think there are other words that could pull that off?
How do people in different cultures use OK?
That's a cool question. I'd imagine it varies a lot based on how like direct the culture is, but the word itself is basically a global loanword now. Interestingly, while the word is usually safe, the hand gesture for okay can be a total minefield. In Japan, it can mean money, but in places like Turkey or Brazil, it can actually be a pretty vulgar insult. It's wild how the same two letters or one gesture can mean something completely different depending on where you land. Do you think it's riskier to rely on a word or a gesture when you're traveling?
Are these countries where OK has different meanings?
Yeah, it's a mix. In Japan, like I said, the gesture is about money. In France, it can actually mean zero or that something is worthless.
Okay.
Then you've got places like Turkey and Brazil where that same hand sign is basically a vulgar insult. So the word okay usually translates well, but the gestures is where things get risky.
Can gestures associated with OK vary across cultures?
Oh, for sure. They vary a ton. Like we were just talking about, what seems like a simple all good in the US can be a huge insult in Brazil or Turkey, or even just a reference to money in Japan. It's basically the same move, but with a completely different script depending on the country. I bet it's a trip to see how something so small can cause such a massive misunderstanding.
Okay. Why is
You're
cultural
starting to use
awareness important in communications?
because it prevents you from accidentally starting a fight in a foreign country. Beyond the awkwardness, it's just about showing respect for how other people see the world. When you're aware of the subtle cues, you're not just communicating, you're actually connecting. Do you think most people are too lazy to learn those details before they travel?
Yeah. What
It's a
does
gamble.
saying
Most
OK
people,
usually express?
it's usually just a way to signal agreement or confirmation. But it's kind of a chameleon word, right? Depending on the tone, it could be a genuine yes or subtle, I'm done with this conversation. Do you think you use it more to agree with people, or it's just to acknowledge them?
Can OK mean different things in depending on tone?
Absolutely. It's all in the delivery. A bright, quick okay is a green light, but a slow, drawn out okay usually means you've just said something that makes the other person question your sanity. Then you've got the flat, one syllable okay that basically translates to, I heard you, now please stop talking.
How does body language affect the meaning of OK?
It's basically the amplifier for the word. If you're nodding while saying it, it's a total yes. But if you're saying okay while crossing your arms or looking away, it's a complete lie. You're definitely not okay with it. Body language tells you the truth that the word is trying to hide. Do you think you're better at reading people's vibes or listening to what they actually say?
Can OK be used to show agreement?
Oh, definitely. That's basically its primary job. It's the shortest path from I disagree to fine, let's just do it.
How has texting changed the use of OK?
It's turned the word into a psychological game. Now we've got the whole spectrum, like K being a total death sentence, OK being neutral, and OK actually feeling friendly. A single letter can change the whole vibe of a text from a casual agreement to a passive aggressive war. Do you think K is the most aggressive thing someone can send you?
Like probably. What are some common abbreviations of OK in texting?
You've got the dreaded K, the classic OK, and then you have KK, which is like the friendly, low stakes version. Some people even just use a thumbs up emoji to skip the typing entirely. Do you have a specific one you go to when you're actually in a good mood?
Is OK different from K in online chats?
Night and day. K is practically a conversation killer. It's like the digital version of a door slamming in your face. Okay, actually feels like the person is putting in a tiny bit of effort to be nice. It's the difference between I'm acknowledging you and I'm actually agreeing with you.
How do emojis affect the meaning of OK?
They're basically the emotional subtitles for the word. If you add a smiling face, it's a genuine agreement. But if you put it with a side eye or a skull emoji, the okay becomes a total joke or a sign of pure disbelief. It's like we've added a whole new layer of tone since we can't actually hear each other. Do you find yourself adding emojis just to make sure people don't think you're being passive aggressive?
Do young people use OK differently than older generations?
For sure. Older generations usually just see it as a standard confirmation. For younger people, it's way more nuanced. Like I mentioned, the difference between K and OK can feel like a huge emotional shift to someone in their teens or 20s. It's almost like a secret code for how much we actually like the person we're texting. Do you think that's just a new way of being precise, or is it just overthinking it?
Okay, can you tell me what would happen if the word OK disappeared?
Total chaos. We'd have to actually put
Hello?
effort into our responses. Imagine having to say, I acknowledge your statement and am in agreement every single time just to confirm for dinner. Conversations would take twice as long, and we probably all just stop talking to each other.